Hello Aquarius, it is Haley with Tarot from Beyond, here to provide you with your October 2018 general reading. We are talking about your new beginnings. For those of you who have been following me, we've been talking about clearing the clutter to ensure that the seeds that you are planting and your harvest will not be eaten up by the things in your life that no longer serve you. I want to make sure that this angel is facing you. So a few more shuffles here, my loves, and we will dig in to what many of you are experiencing as Spirit is here to give you the information that you need for validation and clarity so that you know how to move forward from anything that is holding you back, from anything that is not giving you the reassurance that you need to move forward. That is what this reading is intended to provide. Okay, Aquarius, let's begin. The Sun, the Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, the King of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. When you see the Sun as your major arcana, let me move this, which it is, okay? The Sun is your major arcana. This is the highest form of happiness, but you cannot reach the highest form of happiness without knowing exactly what it is that you are doing and what it is that you're facing. Now, I can clearly see, Aquarius, that you guys are working on what you're trying to build. You're trying to build something for yourself, whether it be your spiritual development, whether it's you building yourself up, whether it's you building your own business. And the reason why Spirit wants to give you everything that you deserve is because you are holding the King of Cups energy. This is the strongest form of love. This vibration leaves a wonderful taste in the universe's mouth. And as a result, Spirit wants you to attain what it is that you're working for. However, you are carrying not only your own burdens, but the burdens of others. And you have recently been betrayed by someone that you trusted very much so, and that created pain. That created a lot of distrust within you, as it has the potential to do. So we're going to keep talking so that I can help you understand how to deal with this. See, the person that you're dealing with, Aquarius, that you are debating on if you want to be with or not, has the level of a child with regards to love. And here's the comparison. Here's you, Aquarius, and here's who you're dealing with. It's like a very immature person who understands love and what love means, and then here you are dealing with someone who thinks like a child. They throw tantrums when they don't get their way, and then before you know it, you find yourself carrying not only your own burdens, but also theirs. And this has to be a decision that you make as to if this is something that you want to do or not. Because I don't make people's choices for them. However, I present to you what it is that you are dealing with. Someone who is immature in love is going to backstab. They're going to run your name through the mud whenever it's convenient for them because they don't want to be held accountable for their own actions. They haven't done the journeying associated with being able to know how to not do that. They don't know how to be courteous enough to not put their burdens on you and to not consider what you're going through so that they don't add to your stress and add to whatever it is that you're trying to sort out within your own self. They're just adding to the burdens that you already have that you're trying to deal with. But I see now that in the month of October, you guys are going to be taking happiness into your own hands. You guys are going to be saying, you know what? I'm not going to let the behavior of anybody around me dictate how happy I'm going to be. I am responsible for my own happiness. And with that being said, no matter what anybody around me chooses to do or say, it makes no difference whatsoever because I'm not going to give it my energy. Any of that negative crap that people try to come at me with, you can go ahead and keep it. And I'll just return that energy to its sender. I'll just say it out loud. Return to sender. Because this person gets a kick out of every reaction that they get out of you. It's the fuel that they need to keep going. Every time that you respond to this individual, they are fulfilled. But the moment that you stop giving them your attention, the moment you start working more on your own development, and the more that you're able to focus more on what it is that you're trying to do to build yourself up. Because where your energy goes, that's where it's going to flow. So if you're giving your energy to this person who continues to backstab, continue to play these mind games, understand that swords represent the mind. This person loves playing games with your mind. And as long as you are sitting there trying to figure out if what they're saying is valuable or not, and as long as you're sitting there listening to the crap that comes out of their mouth, you are spending more of your time trying to sift through what's valuable and what's not. And when that happens, it takes time away from what you could be doing to develop yourself. Again, with the swords, you guys are beyond tired of being with this person. So may I ask you, Aquarius, why are you with this person? Do you think that the work that you do with or for this person is going to raise their IQ or help them in some way? I hate to break it down to you, it's not. The only way that this person is going to graduate is by actually doing their own homework and by actually cracking open their own book and doing the work associated with their own graduation. You can't do the work for them. I feel like this card speaks of both of your energies. You want to get away from this person, and this person won't leave you alone. That's what I see. This person is very selfish and self-centered, and everything that they do is about what they want, and they're on an agenda to fulfill their own needs and to fulfill their own fantasies, and they're doing it through you. And you want to move out of this situation. Either literally or metaphorically. You want to get away from this person, but I have a feeling that this person is holding on to your jacket as tight as, I don't know, zip ties to the wrist. And Spirit is saying the moment that you actually realize that this is exactly what's happening is the moment that we're going to acknowledge you for using your sixth sense and knowing that this person must go on their own journey. It is time for you to go your way and time for them to go theirs. But see, you have to do what you have to do in the carnal to get rid of this person and to get them out of your lives. And the universe is going to take care of the rest. Now, this card could represent third-party situations or celebrations. So let's get a clarifier on that. Third-party situations all day and night, in addition to this card. This person likes to take what they think is valuable with them away from the town where they cannot be seen and go do what they do. So not only do they have the nerve to try to suck up your life's energy, they have the nerve to go and have third-party situations. And I guarantee you the people that they're having third-party situations with, if the person actually does like them, it's because their vibration is even lower than theirs. Or whoever they're having third-party situations with realized who they were real quick and said, yeah, no, thank you. Just like you're saying no, thank you. Which further makes this person throw a tantrum. And when they throw a tantrum, it creates a situation where you have to now defend yourself because this person is angry now. Because what they're trying to do isn't working for them. So now here you are having to defend yourself against the actions that they're taking against you. And all you're focused on is your happy home. You want your children and you want to be left alone. And you're at a point now where you are totally fine without this person because you know that this person has nothing to offer you or your children. They like to steal as well. Look at all these swords, and if you notice, they are all in the same column, except for this one. Nonetheless, they're all swords. Swords represent thought. This person spends so much time playing mind games with you to where it is damn near impossible for you to focus on what it is that you're supposed to focus on. No wonder why you're having such a hard time, Aquarius. I completely get it. Some people work their butts off to take away from you what is yours. And it's not even because what they take away is something that they can use. They just don't want you to have it. Because they can't stand to see you succeed. Because they just don't understand that treasure chest within you that allows you to get up every single time you get knocked down. They don't know how to do that because they haven't done the work to figure out how to do that. Justice means just that. You're going to get what's fair. So for those of you who have any court hearings coming up, for those of you who have any court dates coming up, for those of you who are in relationships with someone or who have married someone or in a relationship with someone where you want to get your children away from this person because you know that you don't want your children to adopt their behavior and you don't want to be stuck with this person, make sure that you take yourself to legal aid or get yourself an attorney to make sure that paperwork is filled out properly because it is very difficult to prove emotional and psychological abuse, which is exactly what this person is doing. It's difficult to prove that. It's easier to prove a black eye, right? But what they're doing is the equivalent of being punched in the face every single day, I promise you. And it's becoming exhausting for you. And they are the blockage between you and all the success that you deserve. See, the reason why you got into this relationship, Aquarius, is because you actually fell in love with the idea of love itself. Thinking that this person would actually give you back what it is that you deserve was a fantasy. You've probably been with this person for a certain amount of time and had hope that over time this person would graduate and grow, but they haven't grown an inch. And now you're at a point where you're like, dude, I am so freaking tired of this. I am ready to move on. And this person knows that if you move on, they're going to be in the dark with no support whatsoever. Well, sometimes that's the rock bottom that some people need to reach, to where they realize that all they have left is their spirit. And once they realize that that's all they have left, they'll actually be forced to put some time into it. This person makes you angry. And when I see this, what my advice is for you to not let your feelings control your actions. Because if you let your feelings control your actions, now you're allowing this person to play with your fate. Because when you start watching tarot, when you start actually trying to spiritually develop, you're being held to a higher standard now. Because now you are listening to what the divine has to say, which means that the divine is speaking to you and telling you what is important. Yes, this person makes you angry. However, that's their agenda. And if you feed into their agenda, you're going to be feeding the monster. You're being advised not to do that. Control your emotions throughout this process. Storms never last forever. In closing you out, my loves, some of you may be dealing with an Aries. Some of you may be dealing with a Gemini or Cancer. However, the completion of this is coming very soon. I feel as though many of you are starting to put in the paperwork, or many of you are starting to do whatever it is that needs to be done for you to get this person to understand that, you got to go. You got to go. Because you have the authority in this situation. That is what the Emperor represents, authority. This is a major arcana card. This is the most authoritative figure in the major arcanas, and it's been given to you for the month of October. So use your authority, stand in your power, and let this person know what their boundaries are. Because what you're looking forward to and what you're working on is becoming financially abundant, and not only financially abundant, knowing what to do with your funds. As I've explained this before, it's one thing to have a whole bunch of money and not know what to do with it. It's another thing to have money and to know exactly what to do with it, to ensure that it's always a part of your life and that you're always living a life of abundance, and you never have to ask how much is this or how much is that. You can travel with your children whenever you want to. You can do whatever it is that you want to do in this life, and everything is a lot more fluid and a lot less restricted. That's what you're working toward. However, this person is doing their best to stop you from achieving that goal, because they know that once you achieve that goal, you are definitely going to have the means to get them out of your hair. And remember what I was saying to you with regards to fate and this anger? Don't let this person turn this wheel of fate for you, because they know how to push your buttons. And if you respond to this person exactly the way that they want you to respond to them, it actually has the potential to play with your fate. If you start getting out of pocket just like they do, it starts to affect your fate. So the test is going to be for you to control your temper and control your energy and your anger around this individual, because I have a feeling, Aquarius, that many of you have told this person, get off my line. Get away from me, man. I've had enough of you. But this person keeps their hairy knuckles on your front door. Or somehow, some way, you may have been kind enough to allow them to stay into your home because you wanted to actually have a family with this person. And now you're stuck with this person and have to do paperwork to actually get them out of your house, which further wastes your time. But please don't look at it as a waste of time, because what you're doing down there at that courthouse is going to teach you how to take care of the business side of things. Trust me. Everything happens for a reason. So for those of you Aquarius who feel as though you need some guidance with regards to how to deal with this situation, that is exactly what I am here for. Take a look at my website. And if you are interested in a private reading, my information is always embedded in each video that I upload. The PayPal, I use PayPal, and so on my website, the click your reading, book your reading now button is the way that you are able to obtain your stones. It's the way for you to make donations if you choose to. All it does is take you to the default PayPal page with a zero balance, and you can add to it whatever you'd like, and you could put whatever note in it that you would like to let me know what it is that you are paying for. And the moment that I receive confirmation of your payment, I will contact you immediately for us to discuss a date and time for your private reading. With that being said, Aquarius, my heart goes out to you, as I know exactly what you're dealing with. You best believe I do. And I know exactly what you ought to do to get rid of this person. As a matter of fact, I already told you. But for those of you who feel that you need that additional support, that additional inspiration, feel free to contact me. With that being said, I will talk to you soon, Aquarius. Namaste.